you're going about it the wrong way, man. You're not being spiritual. You're not being spiritual.
Yep.
And I'm telling you right now, man, the Most High gonna break that thing up. Now, mind you, the Most High, I believe, gonna take some of them guys out of there, and the Most High may very well be of the elect. We don't know that. I can't judge that, man.
Yep.
If they're sincere men of the Lord, they're gonna come out of that, man. But I see that a lot of those guys are just proud jakes, man. There's something that they saw, and it's something to get into, man. And they memorize scriptures, but really don't understand the scriptures, man.
Parrots.
And it's evident on the comment board, man. When we go head to head with you guys always give up, man.
Yeah, man. Shock, yeah, you a tough guy. When I jumped up and grabbed your ass and threw you out to school physically because you couldn't break down Jeremiah 14 and 2, you ain't say that then, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to say this too. And I've run into you a few times, man. Back in the days before this whole YouTube thing, and you never came off like that. I ran into you several times in different Home Depots. You greeted me pleasant. I greeted you pleasant. We talked and everything. You didn't come off with that tough guy spirit. Where the hell did that come from?
I got a precept concerning the 100% truth with GMS. This is 1 John 2 and 20. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things.
Can you read that again?
1 John 2 and 20. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things.
But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. 100% truth. That means we got everything. That means we got the full truth. What the fuck are you guys talking about, man? I know. Y'all don't got it. That's why. So you know what? In a way, we can't get mad at these guys. They right there. Look, we ain't got it because y'all don't got it. We do. We got the 100% truth. Now, other things, whatever we don't know, the Lord going to reveal. That's going to come when Yahushua come back. If there's other higher things that the Most High going to reveal to us.
We're talking about the scriptures.
We're talking about the scriptures,
all right?
Yeah, we ain't talking about other.
Right, we ain't talking about other things. We're talking about the scriptures,
That's
all
right. We know the Bible. We know the whole Bible. See, that's what these guys trying to delve into. What about the other deep spiritual galaxy knowledge?
We know that because the Most High didn't give it to us. And we ain't never said that, man.
Yeah.
We ain't never said that. We said the scriptures when it comes to the scriptures.
Yeah, that's right. Whenever they talked about that with the Yahushua, with the Pharisees, with I don't want to misquote it. Yahushua, the Pharisees go along to this deep knowledge and outer space knowledge, but they can't. The smallest things they don't carry out, as far as being a brother or being righteous. The law, straining the yeah.
Swallow camel, straining the neck.
Yeah, cunt. You guys, man. Yeah. Well, they just do that just to get at us, because we said we got 100. We do. We know the whole scriptures, man. Okay, and we know the Hebrew, the history, the Greek. We go into all that, man. Dudes, Elder Gabar said this earlier in this lesson. He said, Baloo, Isaiah, and them guys. Well, no, Isaiah, you just mad because you failed the test. And I want to say this about Isaiah. You talking all this shit, man. You popping all this style, man. You couldn't even break down the 12 tribes, man. And it wasn't even all 12. Just six. Six of the 12 tribes. Their names, their meanings. That was on the test, by the way.
And how to say it in the Hebrew.
But you so
how
deep.
hard is that?
Yeah.
How hard is that? I got this one scripture backing up what the brother said about the 100% truth, right? It says, and this is the reason why, Nate, you could have the 100% truth if you did something, man. If you had the key. The one key. Malachi 3:16. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another. And that's what we do. And the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name. See? If you called on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you might start up in your game when it came to the scriptures and to break them down properly, my man.
precept. This is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And you guys are just mad, and that's the reason why you're not compelled to continue forth, man. Because you forgot the name. You turned your back on the Most High power. Okay? And shock y'all, man. You said that the Most High put his word above his name because he didn't want a Hebrew doctrine. That was the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life, man. And you sat up there and defended that and then ran and said, well, I'll just have to be a hypocrite.
Why does he have a Hebrew name? Yeah. Why does all those guys have Hebrew names?
Right. Yep.
I know their mama didn't give them names, man.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no. He said, how you gonna call on the name in the name of the Lord in the Hebrew? Well, how do you say it?
When we speak English.
When we speak English. Does that make sense? But wait a minute. Your name is Nathaniel. Okay? You got Shaka. You got Yawasap. That don't sound American to me. You got Asaph. You got Kanai. All them guys got Hebrew names. You cursed out guys. Well, this Muslim guy came out and he I think his name was Abdul or something, or whatever his name was. And he said, "Well, you got to change that. Yeah. Change it to what? To Bob?"
Yep. Y'all a bunch of hypocrites and fakers, man. And it's coming out more and more and more. Okay, that the Most High is not dealing with y'all. This is Hebrews 6 and 11, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope until the end. And so that we got to go out on the highways and the byways. We're going to talk about the chip. We're going to talk about the prophecies. We're going to break down words in the Hebrew, in the Greek, and get the full understanding, man. Okay? With the full assurance and hope that we might be saved. Okay?
This is Baruch 2. I'm started at Baruch 2 and 30. For I knew that they will not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. So if we was once, it said remember themselves. So we was lost. We didn't know who we was, right? So in this land now, we're going to wake up to that name. Yeah. And to elders who go lead, that's going to have an unction to know all things and prophesy in part. Then it says, and shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I give them an ear and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name.
Did you hear that, Nate?
In the land of their captivity.
Yeah.
And think upon my name. What's that? Christ?
It ain't talking about ancient Babylon. It's talking about the new Babylon.
And it ain't talking about those Latin and Greek and English names that are translations of the actual Lashwan Kodash for the name of the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Which is an abomination. Hey, because that name Christ, that's a Greek title. And the Jews had a saying, part of our history, it was better to eat pork than to speak Greek. So here it is, you calling the Most High name in Greek. That's just total insult, man. That was a saying among our people. It was better to eat pork than to speak Greek. And that's why the Jews in Jerusalem hated the Israelite foreigners so much.